Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Tics. We're a YouTube channel that dedicates itself to smartwatch and wearable technology, and I've got a box here that has the NY06 in it. Wow, this thing is cool. Oh yeah, smartwatchtix.com. That's our web address. Gets you right here to the YouTube channel. Gonna unbox this and show you that RUNDOING has outdone themselves again. This, about 25 bucks, somewhere in that range, is a really sweet band. I'm not kidding. I've had a chance to play with this, and I'm going to show you some things about it too. Let's talk a moment about it. It's available through the AliExpress storefront for RUNDOING, their corporate presence. And like I said, about $22 on sale right now. Check the show notes for the updated price, and if I have a buying coupon for you, you can pick it up there. Inside this thing, it looks kind of simple, but it's actually really sophisticated. In particular, because it's using the H-band 2 actually, tethering app, which you're going to see. It's fully waterproof, IP68. It's a gorgeous display. It's doing blood pressure, continuous blood pressure, continuous heart rate, sleep tracking, push messaging. It's even got the birds excited outside. You hear them? Life waterproof. Well, you know, life waterproof is a funny kind of name, but if it's IP68, you should be able to get it in water without any problem. Got some pictures of the actual screen on here, the different watch faces that you can get on display. So let's dig deeper into the box. Show you that we've got a bag with a charging cable in it, and it's a standard USB to 2-pin magnetic coupling that, hey, got it right, attaches right on the back, easily holds the watch. Very nice. In fact, you could have this thing on with the charger, have this going up your long sleeve in the winter, right? And into your pocket or your belt, plugged into a charging thing, and keep the thing live, fully charged for months. It does have a decent battery life in and of itself after you charge it up. I haven't been able to run it out, of course, but I've run it for a couple of days, and I haven't even seen any drop in the battery. So really, really nice for that. Underneath, we have the actual manual, which we will page through briefly for you. The user's guide in English. Requirements are shown here. Then we've got your charging and your tethering. And once again, it's using the H-band app. And we have many, many reviews of that app. Also check in the show notes. I'm going to have a link directly to the Google Play Store where you can download that app, and a link over to other videos where we've gone in detail on that particular app and really dived into it. I'm going to highlight the app in today's video and not spend a lot of time, but show you some things that are really significant that you want to know. I can't believe the prices on these things. We're getting down to 20 bucks for an amazing device that does lots of health and fitness functions. Here we have some additional things that you're seeing on the screen that didn't come with the band, but they are addable through the app. So it really is important that you understand the app and you're able to tether your phone to your watch so that you can get access to all of this stuff, as well as transferring your data over. Okay, now we're getting into multiple languages. Let's clear everything off and get going. It's got a really nice, light, very flexible TPU band, heart rate sensors in here. The bands are not removable, mind you. Very striking, bright, highlight, rectangular bezel around a nice face, charging ports, and one button, which is on the bottom, if I get it the right way, and we press and hold, and that will vibrate and start the device. Now I have the brightness up nice and bright on here so you can see it. This is how it will be outside, and it's pretty close to easily readable outdoors, definitely in the shade, and you can actually make out the time in the sunlight as well. Let's walk through the pages real quick. Tap it. We get into a section I'll come back to after we've looped through where you can go into your actual exercise routines. Here you have your daily step count. I've worn it a little bit this morning. It's kind of washed out because the brightness is so high. Your kilometers walked from that pedometer and your calories burned. Those three screens. And look how big the display is too. Very nice. On this mode, you're getting the heart rate sensor thing kicking in and doing blood pressure. Oops, let it time out. If it's on my arm, it would hold in that mode and calculate your systolic, diastolic pressure. Your heart rate, or beats per minute, of your pulse is right there. I got to talk faster and keep moving. Then you get into last night's sleep time, be shown on this screen. Now, the Find Your Phone feature has been added, as well as a stopwatch, as well as a countdown timer. All of those features are available, but not initially installed in the device. And then you can power it off again. Okay, so we've looped around. Now I wanted to come back here and press to enter. And, whoa, didn't press long enough. Wow, got a lot of things on this. There we go. Press and hold, and hold. There, okay. So it went into this routine now where you're going to get time, you're going to get your heart rate, your calories burned, and your step count. So it's an exercise program, and when you're finished with it, you can press and hold. That should take you back to, just press. There you have it on pause. There you have it on return, and there it's back to the display again. So you can pause it if you want to. When you press long, you get here and you can either return or continue playing. Follow how all that works? Okay, so press and hold. And press and hold on this one. And then I'm done. And that takes me back to the overall watch. All right, I'm going to bring the app in right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the connections to it. It's called the H-Band 2.0 app. Here it is in the Google Play Store. When you open it, boom, you see all that stuff show up? Let me brighten it up just a little bit here. And we're on this home screen. I've already tethered and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'm just going to highlight what you get in here. You get a major page that shows you your step count. And here it is broken down by hour in a bar chart. Here you got last night's sleep data. This is the fun part. Now you've got the continuous heart rate. If you're wearing this thing, it's going to give you, like every 10 minutes, your heart rate and your blood pressure. You go into any of these and it's going to show you the actual values. Okay? All right, in this case, it's every half hour it's set up for, and the time that you're in the different zones is shown here as well. When you go in on the blood pressure, look at this, every 10 minutes, because I had it in the blood pressure reading mode, and it's taking a separate blood pressure reading every 10 minutes. We've looked for continuous blood pressure for a long time. Now again, the caveat we got to put on all of them, how accurate is the value? That's something you're going to have to determine on your own because, one, everybody's individual and unique. Two, you got to check to see how well the data from the device matches up with what your known blood pressure is. And that's important because in the settings on this, there is a way that you can set up your blood pressure in here somewhere to match your actual blood pressure. If you have hypertension, typically, you're going to put in the values that you normally get with your reading with a cuff, you know, the scientific way of doing it. And it will work off of that to predict your deviation from your normal blood pressure. Otherwise, it's just going to use a static blood pressure. Well, while we're here, I like to change to Imperial because I'm in the US. You can change all kind of different themes on here. That's just the background. It looks like there's only one available. Your sport goal. Here's where you actually get into the band. Here we go. This is where I'm talking about blood pressure private mode. Let's say that you're normally 135/85. You save that and have this thing turned on, and now when it does the blood pressure readings, it's going to use that baseline and then measure the changes from that, whether you're a little higher or a little lower than that default. Because you're not wearing a cuff to do this, using the optical diode type technology can show you a deviation from a norm. It's not actually measuring the full blood pressure itself. So you want to make sure you set that whole thing up. Turn your wrist to see the time is on. You can do sedentary settings as well. Have heart rate alarm available for you if you want to. It's great. You got to read up about this and watch the videos on it to get more information. But in general, if I want to, I can go into this mode here, which is what I was doing, which is how I got that continuous blood pressure. You got to have the thing on, and of course you have to have it on. I make it nice and snug and make it above that little bump on your wrist. Sorry, with the brightness here, it blooms the camera out. So the proper position is above the little bump here. Relatively tight. That might be a little too tight, but I'm going to leave it there anyway. I'm not doing anything with the band because I'm going to activate this. Get the brightness a little bit better right here. So I press that button. Now, watch here. This is actually going to now start to acquire the signal coming back. You know how this thing works, right? The diodes flash the green light into my body, and it reflects off of the blood moving through my capillaries, and you get this heart wave type of a thing going on. It doesn't need the screen on. It's operating in the background if you're working with the app. And there it gave me my blood pressure. Remember I put in my default 135/85? It's calculated the deviation from that. And I'm going to say okay. Now, it looks like it's all stopped here at this point, but it is actually going to do that test over and over again every 10 minutes, I believe, while I'm in this mode. It might just be doing it in general. I can activate it again, which I'm going to because I want to show you something. Let's let it get started. Let it finally figure out the signal. And now I'm going to mess around with it a little bit. I'm going to move it and change it and verify that we're actually taking real data in. You see that? That's a good test for you to do on anything that you get. Can you get a heartbeat or blood pressure from a potato? There's a video up of that somewhere on the web of a device getting a really good blood pressure from a potato. So you want to confirm that you're getting accurate data. Same thing happens here now on heart rate. You've got all of the half-hour readings in, but if you want to take a specific one, you can do this and you can do that. And guess what, gang? That's continuous. This will not stop. As long as you have battery in here and battery in there, and the two are within range of each other, you're going to get a consistent and regular heartbeat reading on here. I forgot to stop it. I was over at the computer answering comments and preparing another video for upload, and I came back an hour later with this thing on, and I had exact same thing. I had readings happening right there. Now, they're not showing on the screen because it's tied to the app, but I think we can put it into that heart rate mode over here. And let's see what happens. I haven't done this before. There it's taking the reading. Looks like it paused this and it's sending it over here now. So now we're getting the heart rate reading from here. If I start it up there, are they matching? Wow, looks like so far. They're both holding at 69. There, you see them both switch? There you go. So really a cool device, this thing. I'm very, very impressed, especially at its price point with all the things that you can do. Press and hold will do the vibration thing. Call your phone. Oh my gosh, that'd find me. Good attention getter. Like I said, there are ways in the overall setup here that you can get into the band itself and turn on and off these different kind of functions that will add things like a timer on it or a countdown timer, and you specify what amount of time you want it to count in the app over here, and it'll do that. I've got it like set for 10 minutes, and at 10 minutes it's supposed to vibrate. You don't set all that up in the watch. You set it up in the app, and it'll take it from there. And it's doing it on its own in the background. How about the watch faces? Sure, they're changed from within the app, and they're called different styles. Here's an analog smartwatch. It's style 2. Style 1, I skipped over that. I was on default, is this one. Different colored large digits. Style 3, wow, looks like that. That's fun. Here's another one with a butterfly. You got this one. Very creative, colorful designs. Here you've got quite a bit of data if you really want a lot of data on your watch. Style 7 looks like this. 8. 9. And 10. And again, the default. What else can I tell you? Nice, waterproof. Yep, see it's still running. Press the power off, and you can save battery. It is the NY06, and it's from RUNDOING, and they keep giving us some really incredible products. I'm very impressed with this company. They got an AliExpress storefront, and you can order it today, right now, as a matter of fact. Check the show notes below the video. Click on the link to take you over there. We really appreciate it when you use our links because they track all that to see that the sales are coming because you watch the video, and that helps us get more watches like this to review for you. All right, gang, you've been watching Smartwatch Ticks, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.